Welcome to this week's episode of Haunt Gurus, where we bring you weekly podcasts and YouTube videos about haunted places and update you on any news on haunted attractions around the country. If you're listening to the podcast or watching on YouTube, don't forget to like and subscribe. And don't forget to check out the Instagram and Facebook for updates and news. I am your host, Bethany, and today we will be talking about how the OC is more than just a great place to surf, but also has a ton of haunted places. But before we get into that, I wanted to talk about an event that is happening on February 5th and 6th at the Ontario Convention Center in Southern California. It's called the Creep IE Con. It goes from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. both Saturday and Sunday, and you can see a ton of awesome exhibitors and celebrity appearances. So if you're interested, go check out the Ontario Convention Center website or Creep IE Con event on Facebook. So settle in, turn on your lights, because this is about to get scary. The first haunted location that we're going to talk about in Orange County is obviously Disneyland. I guess some guests took the happiest place on earth literally and now haunt the theme park. It is said that Walt Disney himself roams the park, which doesn't surprise me since he loved the park so much. It's kind of cool to think that he could be riding in an empty seat next to you on a ride. There was a lady who had passed away on the Matterhorn bobsled ride. Her ghost is said to still haunt the area of the track that she passed away on. And as most people know, Haunted Mansion is supposedly haunted due to all the cremains people scattered there. There is said to be a little boy ghost that sobs at the exit of the ride. And I wouldn't be surprised if It's a Small World was haunted too, because that's another popular spot for people to spread their loved ones' ashes, even though it's not allowed and they get cleaned up anyway. But I guess that doesn't stop people's spirits from remaining there and haunting these attractions. Love Mexican food? Well, the next location is El Adobe de Capistrano restaurant. The building it is located in was built in 1878. This restaurant was Nixon's favorite restaurant in the OC, and they say there is an axe-wielding headless monk that guards the entrance. I'm sorry, that sounds pretty terrifying and kind of horror movie-like if you ask me. A haunted location does not need to be on land to be haunted. This location, John Wayne's yacht, Wild Goose, is located in Newport Beach. People report hearing loud footsteps, lights switching on and off. Empty rooms are said to lock from the inside, and it is also said that John Wayne's apparition has been seen in the doorway. This next location is a very popular hiking location. It's called the Black Star Canyon. It is located in Silverado, California. During the day, it's beautiful, but once the sun sets, people say the energy of the area shifts to dark energy. People have heard deranged screams, seen shape-shifting figures that are said to be skinwalkers, ghostly mists have been seen, and this has been a popular location for satanic activity. The Naval Weapons Station located in Seal Beach is said to be haunted. They built it on an old Indian burial ground, so you already know you're going to have lots of activity there. Security has reported flickering lights, disembodied voices, and loud shrieks, which is not a surprise at all considering what ground it was built on. The Stanley House, located in Garden Grove, is haunted by the original owner. She was very angry when she was still alive because she couldn't climb the stairs due to her old age. So now she blocks anyone from going up the stairs. Talk about a bitter old woman. Almost every high school in the OC is haunted. Huntington Beach High, Santa Ana High, and Irvine High all have teen ghosts that haunt the school's theaters. This next location is a location that has a spirit that likes to think it's Cupid. The Anaheim Red Cross building is haunted by the ghost of the original caretaker. Supposedly, he will push a man and a woman closer together on the second floor if he believes them to be a good match. The next location, I'm not surprised that it is haunted since it's full of old stuff. The Antique Station and Depot, located in Orange, is said to have records that get tossed one by one when no one is around. There was an incident where a china teacup was thrown at a customer and it luckily missed her. It landed at her feet, and the manager reports hearing her name whispered in her ear, which is really creepy. The Elliott Alumni House is another haunted location located in Orange. It is said that a woman has been seen standing on the balcony. Children's footsteps and laughter have been heard on the second floor. The Royer Mansion, which is now the home of the Orange Chamber of Commerce, is said to be haunted. People have reported hearing unexplained noises and feeling cold spots. Objects have been seen moving on their own. Howie Waffle House and Medical Museum in Santa Ana is a very active building. There is said to be footsteps on the second floor, disembodied voices coming from the attic, and shadow people in the parlor. People have reported the feeling of being touched as well. The next location is another obviously haunted location. The Yorba Cemetery in Yorba Linda has a woman's spirit in a pink dress that comes to visit every 2 to 5 years on June 15th. Another OC restaurant that is said to be haunted is the Anaheim White House restaurant. Staff and guests have reported children's laughter, doors opening and closing on their own. Items that have been put away have been moved to the dining room overnight, and they report the eerie feeling of being watched. I don't know what it is about ghosts in the OC occupying restaurants, but another haunted restaurant is the Cellar in Fullerton. Staff have seen apparitions, felt cold spots, and table settings have been moved from their original spots. Knott's Berry Farm was not always a theme park. It has been around for a very, very long time. It was originally a berry farm, and then they built the famous chicken restaurant, and then it eventually became what it is today as a theme park. It is said that it is a very haunted location, with how old the location isn't really a surprise at all. Staff has reported lights turning on and off on their own. The apparition of a woman has been seen in the back dining room of the chicken restaurant. Shadows, cold spots, and disembodied voices all over the park have been reported. I used to work at Knott's, and I can tell you that sometimes you can feel a very eerie feeling when the park is empty. The Katie Wheeler Library in Irvine has a lady in blue that has been seen walking in and out of the doors. The last location I'm going to talk about is the Huntington Beach Pier, not Peach, Beach. This is considered the most haunted location in Huntington Beach. The restaurant called Duke's Restaurant and the Surf Museum have said that the surfer that it was named after haunts the building. They have reported lights flickering around displays of deceased surfing legends, and they have reported cold spots and the feeling of being watched. So as you can see, there is no shortage to haunted places in Orange County, California. Which one sounds the most interesting to you? Let me know on the Haunt Guru's Instagram or Facebook, or comment down below. I appreciate all of you listening and look forward to your continued support. Don't forget, if you're listening, to check out my YouTube channel as well, where you can find upcoming videos of me at some of the locations I cover on this podcast. Feel free to subscribe and rate this podcast, and subscribe to the YouTube channel as well. Oh, and hit the notification button so you know when I post my podcast weekly. Once again, I'm your host, Bethany, and I will see you next time. Bye!